Be me. 27M, senior futurist for a San Francisco tech blog. Degree in digital anthropology from Berkeley. Thesis was on the post-labor economy, why UBI is inevitable. Live in a co-living hacker house in the Mission District. Rent is $4, $200 for a room with exposed brick and a communal kombucha tap. Spend 16 hours a day on Twitter/X, Reddit, and Discord. Convince myself that curating the discourse is real work. Physically, I am built like a stick of celery. 5 feet 10 inches, 145 pounds, posture ruined by ergonomic gaming chairs. Skin the color of uncooked dough. Hands so soft they have zero friction. Recently wrote a viral article titled "The End of Grit, Why I Will Replace the Roughneck." Argued that manual labor is just low-latency processing that robots can do better. Got ratioed by blue-collar Twitter. Thousands of replies, from guys with sunglasses, profile pics. Come try it out, softie. You wouldn't last an hour. Electricity doesn't generate itself, Bugman. Rage consumes me. These people are dinosaurs. They are gatekeeping simple mechanical tasks to justify their inflated hazard pay. I decide to prove them wrong. Gonzo Journalism Project. Pitch it to my editor. The myth of the essential man, my month on the high-voltage grid. Plan is simple. Get hired as a groundman for a transmission line crew. Document the inefficiency, the toxic masculinity, the lack of automation. Prove that a guy with a high IQ and a laptop can master their skills in a week. Book deal guaranteed. Netflix docuseries potential. Start researching. Target: 500 kilovolts transmission line maintenance in the Wyoming wilderness. Grid-scale high-voltage operations. Find a contractor desperate for bodies during the summer surge. Western Sky Power and Light. Fudge my resume. Replace social media manager with recreational free solo climber. Add CrossFit regional finalist, lie. Add, quote, experience with high-altitude logistics. I went to Denver once for a conference. Interview was over the phone with a guy named Butch. Voice sounds like he gargles gravel and diesel fuel. You got boots, son? Yes, I lie. You scared of heights? I thrive on verticality, I say, using my best NPR voice. Silence on the other end. Just show up in Casper on Monday. Don't be late. If you're late, don't bother coming. Click. Easy. Spend $2, $500 at REI. Buy the most expensive gear possible. Pristine Arc'teryx shell. Mountaineering boots meant for Everest. Polarized glacier glasses. Titanium carabiners I don't know how to use. Pack my moleskin notebook and a hidden body cam. Fly to Wyoming. Land in Casper. Wind is howling. Landscape is brown, desolate, and flat. Rent a Ford Fiesta. Drive to the motel where the crew is staging. Motel 6 off the highway. Parking lot is full of lifted trucks. Dualies, welding rigs, trucks with mud flaps that have chrome ladies on them. Mud everywhere. I park my Fiesta between two F-350s. It looks like a tic-tac between two bricks. Walk into the room. Check in. Anxiety spikes. Tell myself it's just excitement. Wake up at 04:00. Meet in the parking lot. The crew is there. About 12 guys. They don't look like the gym bros I imagined. No glamour muscles. These guys look like dried meat. Sinewy, weathered, skin like old leather jackets. Wearing faded Carhartts, stained hoodies, boots that look 20 years old. Silent. Drinking coffee from thermoses the size of artillery shells. Smoking cigarettes in the pitch-black morning. I walk up in my neon orange, crisp $600 jacket. Silence deepens. It's not aggressive. It's just total indifference. Like a herd of buffalo looking at a plastic bag blowing in the wind. Foreman walks up. It's Butch. 6 feet 2 inches, mustache that covers his mouth, missing half a finger on his left hand. Looks at me. Looks at my boots. You the climber from Cali? That's me, I say, trying to sound rugged. You look like a highlighter, someone mutters from the back. Mild chuckles. Butch ignores it. Safety brief, listen up. We're flying on the 500 line today, Section 4, dead-end towers. Replacing insulators. Induction is high today, due to the dry air. If you bond off wrong, you die. If you walk into the rotor wash without looking, you die. If you drop a wrench, the guy below you dies. Any questions? No? Load up. Induction? Bond off? I assume it's jargon meant to scare newbies. We pile into crew cabs. Drive for 2 hours into the mountains. No roads. Just ruts in the dirt. My head hits the roof of the truck 50 times. Sit next to a guy named Sketch. Younger guy, maybe 24. Neck tattoo of a spark plug. First time on the wire? He asks. I've done plenty of climbing. I deflect. Rock ain't wire, bro. Rock doesn't bite back. Arrive at the staging area. Massive clearing at the base of a mountain. Looking up. Giant steel towers marching over the peaks. They look like alien skeletons. The wires span thousands of feet between them. Hearing a buzzing sound. Hum. What's that noise? I ask. The grid. It's singing, Sketch says. 500,000 volts pushing through. Air can't hold it all. Helicopter arrives. MD 500. Small, egg-shaped, loud as war. Pilot is a guy in a flight suit wearing aviators inside the dark cockpit. Lands on a dime. Dust storm engulfs us. Butch hands me a harness. Put it on. Don't fuck up the leg straps or you'll castrate yourself. I struggle with the buckles. Sketch watches me for a minute, sighs, and does it for me. Treats me like a toddler. Tighten it until it hurts. Then tighten it more. You're ground crew today, Callie. You're hooking loads. Don't look up with your mouth open. Why? Because we spit. Work starts. It is chaos controlled by telepathy. Helicopter hovers 10 feet off the ground. Rotor wash is a hurricane. 60 miles per hour wind constantly hitting you. Dust in eyes, nose, ears. Static electricity builds up. I touch the hook on the long line. Zap. Massive spark jumps from the hook to my hand. Feels like being punched in the arm. I yelp and drop the hook. Butch grabs me by the shoulder. Screams over the engine noise. Use the discharge wand. Ground the hook first. Hands me a stick with a copper wire. Physics lesson learned the hard way. The helicopter generates static. If you don't ground it, you become the ground. Spend the next 6 hours hooking bags of heavy glass insulators to a hovering death machine. Physical exhaustion sets in immediately. This isn't gym cardio. This is fighting wind, weight, and fear. My pristine boots are covered in mud. My expensive jacket is snagged on a wire. Lunchtime. Helicopter shuts down. Silence is deafening, ringing in my ears. We sit on the tailgates. Eat sandwiches wrapped in foil. I have a quinoa salad in a Tupperware. Feel ridiculous. Try to engage in intellectual conversation. So the efficiency of this operation seems low. Have you guys considered drone delivery for the lighter payloads? Butch looks at me while chewing a deer stick. Drone can't feel the wind, son. Drone can't see the fray in the line from 50 feet out. Drone can't tighten a nut. But with haptic feedback sensors. Shut up and eat, Sketch says. You're burning calories talking. Afternoon shift. Butch points at me. You said you can climb. Suit up. We need a hand on the tower. Panic. The tower? Tower 44. Just go up the leg, carry the water and the bonding clamps. I look at the tower. It's 150 feet tall. Steel lattice. I swallow hard. Copy that. Walk to the base. Clip my lanyard in. Start climbing. First 20 feet is fine. 50 feet. Wind picks up. The steel is cold and greasy. 100 feet. I look down. Mistake. The trucks look like toys. The world is tilting. My legs start to shake. Sewing machine leg. Adrenaline dumps into my system. Terror. Pure, primal terror. Not the existential dread of a bad tweet. The biological fear of gravity. I freeze, hugging the steel beam. Eyes shut tight. You taking a nap, Callie? Voice from above. Look up. Sketch is hanging upside down from a cross arm, smoking a vape. Zero fear. Just a creature of the air. Move your ass. We got work to do. I force myself to move. Reach the cross arm. The view is incredible. And terrifying. The wires are humming loud now. An angry hornet nest sound. Don't touch the conductor, Sketch warns. We aren't hot yet, but there's induced voltage from the parallel line. It'll kill you just as dead. I am paralyzed. My job is to hand them tools. Simply pass a wrench. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely open the bag. Drop a nut. Watch it fall. Takes a long time to hit the ground. Silent impact. That's one, Sketch says. You get 3. After 3, you buy the beer. Day 1 ends. I climb down. Take me 20 minutes. Takes them 2 minutes. They slide down the step bolts like firemen. Drive back to motel. Body is broken. Hands are cramping into claws. Blisters on my palms despite the gloves. Lay in bed. Stare at the ceiling. Check phone. Twitter is arguing about a movie trailer. Feels distant. Feels fake. I try to write in my journal. The exploitation of the worker is evident in the lack of safety rails. Stop writing. It's bullshit. They aren't exploited. They are masters of a domain I don't understand. Sleep for 10 hours. Day 3. The bare hand day. This is the main event. We are going hot. Working on energized lines. 500,000 volts flowing while they work on it. I assume they turn it off. Can't turn off the grid, Callie. Las Vegas needs its AC. We work live. How? Faraday suit. They put on suits made of stainless steel mesh. Looks like chainmail. Hood, gloves, socks, boots. Everything conductive. The suit becomes the cage, Butch explains. Current flows around you, not through you. You are a bird on the wire. I am not allowed to do this. I am just watching from the tower leg. Helicopter comes in. Sketch is on the skid. Pilot flies him right up to the live wire. Sketches reaches out with a metal wand. ARC. A 3-foot arc of blue plasma jumps from the wire to the wand. Sounds like a shotgun blast. Za-a-p-p. I flinch so hard I almost fall off the tower. Sketch clamps onto the wire. He is now energized. He is floating at 500,000 volts relative to the ground. If he touches the tower now, he vaporizes. If the pilot drifts 6 inches too close to the tower, arc flash, they all die. Pilot holds the hover steady. Wind is gusting 30 knots. The skill required is incomprehensible. The pilot is fighting updrafts, downdrafts, weight shifts. Sketch is changing a spacer damper. Calm as a Hindu cow. Doing intricate mechanical work while sitting on a lightning bolt. I watch in awe. This is not labor. This is performance art with death as the penalty for failure. I realize my article is garbage. Inefficiency? There is zero inefficiency here. Every movement is calculated. Every calorie is used for survival and execution. Toxic masculinity? Sure, they curse. They make crude jokes. But the trust. The absolute implicit trust. Sketch trusts the pilot with his life every second. The pilot trusts the mechanic. Butch trusts the crew. It is a brotherhood forged in the fire of high voltage. I feel small. I feel useless. I am a spectator in the arena of reality. Sudden weather change. Mountains make their own weather. Sky turns black in minutes. All stop, Butch radios. Storm cell forming, lightning detected. Lightning is the enemy. If lightning strikes the line while they are on it, the suit melts. Scramble drill. Pilot dives away to drop the crew off. I am still on the tower. 100 feet up. Wind hits 60 miles per hour instantly. Rain starts. Horizontal rain. Stings like BB pellets. Hail! Callie, get down! Butch screams from the ground. I try to climb down. Hail makes the steel slick as ice. My boot slips. I swing out, held only by my lanyard. Slam back into the steel. Ribs crack. Wind knocked out of me. Panic attack. I can't move. I am going to die here. Frozen on a steel cross in the middle of nowhere. Help, I scream. Useless. Wind swallows my voice. See a figure climbing up. Fast. Inhumanly fast. It's Sketch. No safety line attached. Free climbing wet steel in a hailstorm. Reaches me in seconds. Grabs my harness. Face is inches from mine. Water dripping off his nose. Eyes are intense, focused. Look at me, he roars. I can't. Look at me. You aren't dying today, you yuppie fuck. I didn't climb up here to do paperwork. Slaps my helmet. Move your left foot, there. Now your right hand, there. He talks me down. Step by step, shields me from the wind with his body. We hit the ground. I collapse into the mud, shaking uncontrollably. Hypothermia and shock. Butch throws a heavy canvas jacket over me. Get him in the truck, crank the heat. Sit in the truck, shivering. Watch the storm rage outside. Lightning strikes the tower I was just on. Flash blinds me. Thunder shakes the truck chassis. If I was still there. Silence in the cab. Sketch gets in. Lights a cigarette. Hands shaking slightly. No, steady. You good? He asks. I froze. Yeah. Everyone freezes once, just don't make a habit of it. Why did you come up? He looks at me like I asked why the sun rises. 'Cause you were stuck, and we don't leave bodies on the row. Simple as that. No heroics. Just the code. Day 5. I quit. Walk up to Butch. I can't do this. I know, Butch says. Knew the minute I saw your boots. Why did you hire me? We needed a grunt, and I thought maybe you'd learn something. I did. Good. Now get out of here before you get someone killed. Drive back to the airport. Return the Fiesta. Fly back to San Francisco. Enter my hacker house. Roommates are arguing about the ethics of AI art. It's literally violence against creatives, one says. I look at them. They look so soft. They have no idea what keeps the lights on. They think electricity is magic that comes from the wall. They think the internet is a cloud. It's not a cloud. It's steel towers in the freezing rain. It's men with scarred hands hanging from helicopters. It's risk. Massive, unmitigated risk. Sit at my desk. Open my laptop. Delete The Myth of the Essential Man. Stare at the blank page. Start writing. The grid is a beast. Write about the hum. The ozone smell. The trust. The absolute, undeniable reality of physics. We are children playing in a sandbox built by giants. Publish it. Get 12 likes. Nobody cares. They want rage bait. They want political hot takes. They don't want to hear about the men who keep the darkness away. Go to a coffee shop. Barista makes a fern in the foam. That'll be $8. I pay. Look at the light bulb hanging above the counter. Filament glowing steady. I know exactly what it costs. Not 12 cents per kilowatt hour. It costs adrenaline, broken ribs, and the willingness to step into the void. Touch the scar on my hand where the static hit me. It's a small burn, but it's real. Realer than anything else in this city. Sip the coffee. It tastes like ash. Close my eyes. Can still hear the helicopter, can still feel the hum. I am not one of them. Never could be, but I will never look at a power line the same way again. Soft hands keep scrolling, but at least now I know who holds the world together.